Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another Watch Me Struggle video. It's been 84 years. It's been a long time. It's been a minute since I did a Watch Me Struggle video. Nonetheless, we are here with another one. Really, the point of this series is for me to do things that I think will really push me out of my creative comfort zone, even if it's things that I've never done before, things that I've done before but haven't done a lot of. In this video, I will be actually painting different textures of hair. Yo, I paint a lot of hair, but I do not paint a lot of hair in detail, okay? And I especially don't tend to paint a lot of hair that's not natural. In this video, I won't just be painting natural hair textures, but I'll be painting wavy hair textures, straight hair textures, all different types of hair textures. So if you want to watch me struggle painting different textures of hair, just keep watching. Okay, so as usual, I am just showing my hands in this process, but you'll be hearing me talking as I'm working on what I'm working on. I want to do a few hair textures. I don't want to just do two like I normally will do. I think that showing more variation, maybe 3, maybe 4. We'll see what I feel like once I get past 2. I kind of want to work my way from the beginning of the hair texture system to, I guess, the end. So starting with like type 1 hair down to type 4. Let's just do that. I just made that plan up. Let's do it. Here is the first photo. So I literally typed in the words straight hair onto Unsplash and picked the best one. It looked like, you know, she got a little bump in the front, but I think that that's probably just because her hair is in a ponytail. I don't know. So, I'm not going to really draw the faces like in any amount of detail. So the part of hair that I am able to paint is the general shape of it. Drawing like these curves are like nothing. I could do this all day. It's usually just the actual texture of hair where I'm kind of like having a hard time. The more I'm drawing it, I feel like I'm putting a lot of bump into it. The part that is a struggle is putting the actual texture into the hair. Her hair is like a dark brown at the top, and then it's kind of like a gradient into a auburn color. I don't know. So I'm just gonna add a paint color. I'm just gonna fill it in with this one color. I'm not trying to be here all day either. Okay, so I just added some skin color, but I'm gonna actually let this dry because I feel like it'll be easier to, like, I don't know, add the texture over it. It's just wet, the paint, so let me let it dry. So I'm gonna move on to the wavy texture. So here's my next problem. I gotta actually like make the hair color look like bleach blonde hair. And I've tried this once before and never actually followed through because I wasn't really sure how to like wrap my mind around how to make blonde. I'm using my ghetto palette right now because my other palette is occupied. I'm gonna try to mix a color. Now that I'm really looking at it, it's actually like beige, right? It's like a beige color, and then the highlights and things are what's giving the illusion of like a blonde. Let's try it. Okay, so I'm still not done with this. I also need to let this paint dry a little bit so I can add more to it. I don't know if I made a good call adding this like brown right here, but we'll see. So for the last 2 hair types, I'm just going to like zoom through me drawing those. Then I'll come back for all of them and add the highlights in the shadows. All right, so it's the next day. I started painting this part and then got tired last night. I'm going to finally add the highlights and the shadows, I guess, on each of their hairs. So I think that this one and this one will be a little bit more challenging to me. This one I feel pretty confident about, but we'll see. Y'all, so I am finally done. I just feel like it took me a whole lot longer than I wanted it to. Like I said earlier, it is the next day. I will say I probably spent like an hour, maybe a little longer, just doing like the little details in the hair. Let me give y'all a closer look. Here is the quote unquote straight hair, because it kind of got a little wave to it, but yeah. And then here is the more kind of loose, wavy, curly, somewhat hair. And here is more of a kinky curly vibe. So I said earlier that I was going to do two, like a type 3 and a type 4 hair type, but I was like, I don't feel like making a fourth one. So I just kind of did one. Overall, the more I was putting like detail into the hair, I felt like they were looking better. At first I didn't think they were like all that, honestly, because I just didn't have that like shadows and highlights into the hair that really helps you know if it looks like hair or not. But I really like how they came out. I'll say the hardest one was this one, and I'm not sure why. I think it was just like getting kind of this blonde hair effect. I've never painted blonde hair before, but also like these different textures in the hair, like being able to like interpret is that the word I want? Portray. I wanted the word portray. It was just a little more difficult, but I like how it came out. I like how they all came out. I love how the natural hair one came out. Of course, I paint natural hair a lot. This really inspired me to do more paintings where I'm putting more detail into the natural hair, even if it's like something bigger. So normally I will rate each of these, so I'm going to do that now. For this one, I will say from a scale of 1 to 10, I'll actually give it like a 7 or 8. Part of the reason why I'm not giving it a higher than a 7 or 8 is because I feel like I could have put more detail into it. I would say this one, I'll give it like a 9. Again, I like it better than this one. I think I put a whole lot more movement into her hair, waves and stuff in the different dimensions of color. I think I did a pretty good job with that. I think I got a little lazy around here. So this one I said was my favorite one. So this is more of a 9, 9.5. A 10 would be like, it looks like perfectly like natural hair. I wouldn't say it looks perfectly like natural hair, but I just love the amount of detail that I put into it. And I think that it's just cute. Y'all, I ain't got too much to say about it. I just was having fun with it. Please comment, guys, and let me know your ranking for all three, for 1 2, and 3 from a scale of 1 to 10 for each of them. Let me know what you rank them in terms of how well they are. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best thing you've ever seen. If you guys would like to see more Watch Me Struggle videos, please comment below and let me know that as well. I can do this a little bit more often than I have been doing it. I can like kind of interchange it with the paint and chat videos every week. So just let me know, and thank you once again for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.